Um, Now, trust me, I've had my fun. All right, but today we're gonna talk about facts. We're gonna talk about factual things. We're gonna talk about real things that are happening. We're not gonna do the jokes. We're not finna come with FF1. Yo, appreciate you already signing the petition. Um, Hunter Z, the lieutenant, lunatic. Appreciate you being in here already in the chat. We're gonna let some other people pour in the chat because we're gonna talk about something real serious. We're gonna talk about something that has to do with integrity. And it's already the top of the morning. I'm already on this. You want to know why? Because I'm not going to wait till 9 a.m. I'm not going to wait to the height of the hours. I'm not going to wait until maybe everybody feels like everybody's online. And I'm definitely not going to wait about seeing if my channel's going to blow, if it's not going to blow. I don't want anybody saying that Wolfpack Performance did not do something to give you all the opportunity to take action about said things that you feel passionate about. Nobody can say that. Nobody's going to say that as a content provider, he was always worried about playing it safe. If there's going to be a problem, if I will be whiteballed or whatever the case will be because I'm doing the right thing, then that's a problem. That's a problem to me. If there's going to be a situation where the industry is going to look at me and say, you know what? He was trying to do the right thing, give people a voice, so we're not going to mess with him. Then so be it. I want to see if anybody else is willing to so-called risk their platforms when this shouldn't be a risk. It shouldn't be a risk if you're going to do the right thing. It shouldn't be a risk if you want people to be able to say that what they're seeing, they're not happy with. What they're seeing isn't right. And I'm finna tell you something. You need to put all the teams, you need to put your favorite drivers. There's a lot of people out there because you feel like what's being done is okay because it favors the team or the driver you like. But what about the sport? What about the sport? If you switch positions at any point in time in 2021, now we still talking about 2021. People want to see, other people going to come and tell you that you complaining, that you crying about 2021. This situation is related to 2021 still. So evidently, we still have issues that have occurred in 2021 that were not correct. Now let's do some things real quick. Let's go over some things. And I'm telling you right now, I have started a petition. I've started a petition to see if y'all about action, or y'all just want to talk, or y'all just want to be able to make comments, or do you actually want to try to take the next level up and let people see how you really feel about what's going on. I started a petition. The link is in the description. I posted it in the community. It's going to be posted on Twitter, all of that. Matter of fact, I'm finna post it on Twitter right now. I'm finna post the campaign, the petition link on Twitter right now. Everybody knows my name is attached to it. It is what it is. I'm not playing any games about this anymore. This is what we doing right here. I'm posting it on Twitter, on my Twitter account. It's official. It's me. The petition is going up. It's tweeted out right now. Tweet it. I'm going to pin it on my profile at the top so I show priority to that. It is right now as of 5:45 this morning, Eastern Standard Time, in the community section. Who's going to sign a petition? And let me tell you why you're signing this petition. Like I said, I've made some jokes already, and that's what I do. I can make jokes about serious situation to bring a little laughter to the situation. But today we're talking about factual things. And factual things that have happened is we have this term that we utilize for 2021 called the human error champion. People, even using that term itself is a discredit and softening the blow to what actually took place. We know that the teams went into a meeting and said that they weren't going to end a race behind the safety car. That is not a regulation or a procedure. That's not in the articles. That's not in the International Sports Code. That's not in the regs. That was something they did. But listen, what they didn't say is we're going to breach any procedure that is legal within this competition to make said outcome happen. That's not what they said they were going to do. It was not a human error. It was a systematic situation, and an implementation of corrupt rules that were put in place to have an outcome that therefore led to a driver being cheated and one being rewarded. And in a way, both drivers were cheated, because now Lewis Hamilton does not have his 8th world champion as he should, and Max cannot enjoy the 2021 championship as he should if he had earned it correctly. What do I mean when I say correctly? If Lewis Hamilton would have had an issue as far as the power unit, if Lewis Hamilton would have, without a doubt, ran Max off the track, if Lewis Hamilton would have had a puncture and Max won that championship, there's not a situation with that. But that's not what took place. What took place is an improper installation of procedures or rules. Yes, the race director can choose certain procedures they want to put in place, but the race director cannot deconstruct and reconstruct procedures and put them in place how he wants to. He cannot do that. This is not a human error. We saw Christian Horner on video tell Michael Massey that all they need is one more lap. Make it happen. We saw and we know Jonathan Wheatley made a call. Make it happen. You're not supposed to do that. So now here it comes that we're in 2021 and we're talking about Red Bull breaching the cost cap. Now, what I'm saying is take your favorite team, take the teams out, and just look at it across the board, because if it was your team in reverse situation or in that situation, you know how you would feel. We're talking about integrity of the sport going forward. There will come years where Lewis Hamilton, Max Verstappen, Sebastian Vettel's already on his way out. Alonso will be on his way out. Other drivers will come. Is this the type of situation you want to see Formula One and the FIA do to other up-and-coming drivers? Are these the type of situations that you would want to see happen to a driver or a team you support? And teams, drivers, are these situations that you would want to take place with you if you happen to be in their shoes? Would you want to be Lewis Hamilton, cheated out of your 8th world championship or any championship? Would you want to be Max Verstappen, who won a championship and have to have a cloud over your championship because said rules were broken by the governing body or agency? Is that what you would want to happen? No, it's not. So let's cover this. Right now, this is what's out in the world supposedly might gonna happen. And they're bending and breaking over again, because before we get here, what did we see? What did we see before we got here? We heard and saw this.
If you fraudulently breach the financial regulations, you will be losing your championship.
Now, Ross Brawn said himself that if teams are found to have breached the cost cap, it does have teeth, and they will lose championships. Where here we are. Not only were we a bit shaky, the petition link is already in the description. If you want to sign the petition, share the petition, retweet the petition, share it anywhere you can, email it. If you want to have a voice and say Formula One, FIA, Ben, Stefano, everything we're seeing, we are not agreeing with. Now, we've already seen this take place in NASCAR, that issue out of penalty, right? Sign the petition. Stop playing around. I don't want to hear nothing about Wolfpack didn't put out nothing. Wolfpack not worried about trying to risk his platform. Wolfpack just play it safe. Wolfpack started a petition that you can literally sign, depending on how many signatures we get, depends on the volume and the attention that we get. I don't know if they're going to say, you know what, but it lets them know that the viewers are watching and we see you. Spectators that contribute money financially to this sport are not liking what we're doing. They see what we're doing is not correct. We need to rethink the things that we are doing. We need to rethink our procedures. We need to rethink what we're going to do. We need to rethink if we're not going to disclose what we should be disclosing to the public and to other teams. That is what you are saying by signing the petition. If it can gain enough traction, if it can gain enough speed, they have to pay attention to it. At least they see it. At this point in time, If I put the platform out there and you don't sign the petition, you don't share the petition, you don't push the petition, then why are you still talking? What are you still doing? So let's go into this right here. Now, if you read this, it says the administration is free to offer such an ABA. Now, the ABA is something that Williams already went through. The Williams racing team already went through the ABA, okay? They went through it when they had their procedural breach, all right? What happened with Williams is they failed to turn in or submit documents on time. That's what happened. All right, now this is what you call reaching a breach agreement. All right, I think the breach agreement is what this is, okay? Administration breach agreement. Basically, they go into something. Now, what Williams did is Williams entered into an ABA where Williams said, hey, we realized that we didn't turn the documents, or said agency or third party that we employed upon the auditing process didn't turn the documents or submit them on time. They took accountability for that. They were issued a 25,000 euro fine. Or no, it was $25,000. $25,000 fine. They paid it, and that was it. This, what we're talking about with Red Bull, is not just a procedural breach. It's a minor breach, which means 5% or less. 145 million and 5% is 7.25 million. It could be anywhere in that range. And now you're hearing that they're not going to share the figure in which Red Bull breached the minor breach. Why not? Why won't you share that figure? Why are we now already starting to lose transparency about this process? See, these are the questions you need to be asking yourself. Not, oh, it's Red Bull and Mercedes. Oh, it's Lewis Hamilton and Max. No, you need to be asking yourself, why is a governing body that is supposed to instill integrity within the sport, keep teams even, keep teams true, why are they themselves not being honest and true and forthcoming with information so that we know what was done and what should not be done in the future? So with this breach agreement, if they enter into it, and this is what they're offering, which they shouldn't be offering that, right? They should be penalized if they breached it. Now, if Red Bull is coming to find and not breaching, I'm going to find that odd where all these documents and all these people that are smart, that are good at doing their job for damn decades, all of a sudden make a mistake and, oh, they didn't breach it. No, this is going to look funny because that's not what happened with Williams. So in this breach agreement, an appropriate further steps are currently being considered. An ABA means the team admits to the violation, like I said, Williams did, right? An ABA may include commitments for the team, increased surveillance. That means they go on. So basically when Williams did their thing, now they have somebody who's going to monitor them for a certain period to make sure that they're not doing anything else, all right? And the team bearing the cost of the administration investigation. Penalties can also be included. Now, pay very close attention to this because this is where the back door is going to come for the FIA and the administration, the cost cap adjudication board, where they're going to crack the back door to let Red Bull out without being properly penalized for breaching this cost cap. This is where it comes in. A public warning. A warning? You got your warning when we had the cost cap meeting, and Ross Brawn said, if you breach the cost cap, it has teeth, you will lose championships. There was already a public warning issued then to all teams. Everybody knew the time and the temperature of what should happen if you breach the cost cap. We'd be on public warning. Restriction on aero tests or other tests. Okay, well, that was included in there. And a reduction in the cap in the future. Well, hell, if you already ahead of the power curve by spending over the cost cap the previous season, how much money do you reduce their cost cap ceiling by where it equals out or makes it fair at this point in time going forward in the next championship racing season? If you're not going to release the figure to us about how much they breached by, how do we know what you're telling them they can only spend next season is justified? If they spend $7 million and then you come to us next season, which the cost cap ceiling is supposed to be $140 million, it reduces by $5 million, all right? If you come to us next season and say, we're going to reduce their cost cap ceiling to $135 million and they breached by $7 million, well, shit, they still $2 million up. So technically you didn't do nothing to them. Technically you haven't really done nothing to them. They spent $7 million in breach last season. All right, so then coming into this, an ABA cannot deduct championship points. Bingo. Bingo. If the team accepts an offered ABA, it also waives the right to object. Boom. There is your back door. There is your back door to a situation that will lead to what Ross Braun said should happen, not happening. This is where this is what they're going to use as a crutch to say, we're not going to do what we should do. What's going on, Dublin? What's going on, Mimi? What's going on, Mary? What's going on, Wolfpack fam? What's going on, everybody? We talking about integrity. That is why I have started a petition for people to say or do more than just talk. Can you gain enough traction? Do you want to be loud enough to say to FIA, to Formula One, to FOM, to Liberty Media, to all teams, all drivers on the grid, that you're supporting spectators, you're supporting revenue stream, which is you. People like me and you contribute to Formula One's revenue stream. Do you have Formula One TV? You contribute to the stream. Do you buy tickets? You contribute to the stream. Do you buy merchandise from teams, said our drivers? You're contributing to the revenue. Do you stay up till 1 a.m. in the morning to watch the Formula One competition while they play a certain amount of ads every time? That is contributing to the revenue stream. They don't get the ad money unless they have the eyeballs. And if they don't have the eyeballs, certain companies are not going to pay them umpteenth $1 million to have ads placed while they're on TV. You're contributing to the revenue stream. Do you want to lose your market? This is what we say in the Formula One. If you don't want to lose your market, then you need to do what's right. You need to do what's right. We got fans, we got spectators, we got viewers who have been watching this sport for 30 or 20 plus years, and they're not happy about what they're seeing. Are you going to tell me that they haven't seen many things happen in Formula One? Well, guess what? I started a petition. Please, how many people have started a petition right now besides just make a bunch of content on the situation? Let me know. This allows you, I'm giving you the opportunity to speak up and say what you're seeing is wrong, and we just want the right thing done. Now, here we are again in 2022. Max is going to clinch the championship no matter what because they've already run away with it. But people, if they've already running away with it because they've overspent, or they're running away with it because said governing body are doing faulty things, is that really what you want to see? In Japan, I thought Max would get it. I didn't think he was going to get it that way. It looked suspect. Why? Because it was suspect. We go into qualifying, Max makes a mistake. Do you think Charles purposely ran over that corner? Come on now. Do you think he purposely ran over that corner? If Charles purposely ran over that corner, then Max purposely ran Lando off track in qualifying. And therefore, both drivers should have received a penalty. But if you don't think Charles purposely ran over that, but if you don't think Max purposely ran Lando off, then Charles didn't purposely run over that corner, then why is it that Max didn't get a penalty for something that definitely could have led to a higher situation or injury to a driver than what Charles did by saying he gained an advantage when he was already lightweight in front, I believe. He was already lightweight in front. So what real advantage did he really gain that he shouldn't have gave back? In 5 seconds, If anything, they should have just came over the radio and said, just give the position back to Perez. That puts him in third. But 5 seconds? This is what I'm saying. To then find out that they instill this penalty so fast that it changes the championship outcome. That Max gets it then instead of later. So if that's the case, you were willing to do something in real time that altered the championship, although not altering a swap between who's going to get it. It altered when Max got the championship. Why is it that you're not willing to go back to 2021 Abu Dhabi, where you know something took place that altered the championship outcome, and make that right? This is also why you're signing a petition, to say that you should have done the right thing about that if you're doing the right thing about now, and it's not too late to go back and do the right thing about that because you already said it was wrong. So is it that you don't want to because you're doing something you want to do and you're doing it wrong, or you're saying you can't because we haven't seen a reason why you can't? We saw the Astros stripped of their championship. We saw Armstrong stripped of all his accolades and championships. We've seen boxers. We've seen football players. We've seen basketball players. We've seen people in different sports and teams suffer the consequences the following season for something they did the previous season, except for right now in Formula One. In this current era that we are in watching, are we going to be the type of era that's going to say to the future era of Formula One watchers and viewers and spectators that it's okay, sit down like sheep and don't do nothing? Act like a mushroom, stay in the dark, and eat shit. Is that what we're going to say to the future viewership of Formula One? Or are we going to take a stand and say, listen, we not finna accept this, and at least if it's going to happen, we're not going to accept it quietly. We're not going to do it. Good day, everybody. I'm telling you right now, the petition is real. I'm not playing any games. And what's funny is I got opportunities on the table, and I'm up here doing this because it's right. It's the right thing to do. If I then will be penalized for doing the right thing, so be it. The petition is up. It's not a game. This is not fake. Listen, I had fun yesterday. I had fun with the cost cap news. That's cool. But I'm also about business. There you go. The petition is up. And it's oddly funny to me, only 9 people right now have signed the petition. Only 9 people. So I just got to say, when I do something to give you the opportunity, and we already got 100 and something people right now in this live chat, and only 9 people have signed this petition, where you got quick access in the link in the description on Twitter, and you haven't signed it, I got to wonder, are you really real? I got to wonder, are you just talking because you just want to be saying something? Are you just talking because you want the likes? Are you just talking because you want to drive up attention to your platform only? Or are you willing to take a necessary step to at least say on a louder level with something of a document to say, hey, we ain't cool with it. We not cool with it. Now, some people are going to say, well, this happened, right? So let's look at this. And there it goes right there. We're going back. We're going to go back a little bit. These are supposed to be the penalties assessed for breaching the cost cap. Right there, what do you see first up? Deduction of constructor championship points awarded to a championship that took place within the reporting period of the breach. We're talking about 2021, people. So everybody that might want to get in the comment section and in the live chat and say, y'all still talking about 2021, that's what the entire Formula world is talking about right now. They only come here to say these things because of how I look and what I do. The entire Formula world, the entire F1 journalist world, even Brundle got on Sky Sports and said they are damaging the sport of Formula One if they do not assess penalties. You got high-level F1 journalists saying these things, but yet they'll come to my platform and say, oh, you crying. No, we're not crying. I'm saying do something about it. You're willing to see a corrupt Formula One go forward and potentially fall on his face and let it just wither in the wind. I'm willing to say you got to do what's right to build a better platform, to build a better level of integrity so that your viewers trust you, so that your viewers feel confident in what they're investing in will be correct, so that when we see championship and competition outcomes, it's because said driver and team legitimately earned it. That's what I'm saying. Deduction of drivers, championship points awarded for the championship that took place within the reporting period of the breach. We have now two situations that include Red Bull and Max Verstappen as the driver, where we should see a reversal of a championship issued. And not only that, we should see a penalty for said actions that they took that are not correct. That is what we're saying right now. It just so happens that it's Red Bull that's on the hot seat. I didn't tell Red Bull to go break the rules. I didn't tell Jonathan Wheatley and Christian Horner to call Michael Massey and tell him to break the rules when you know the rules. We just saw that it's okay to end the race behind a safety car. Max was in first. That's not the first time we've seen that. We saw it before. We saw it in 2021. They ended a race behind the safety car. Max was in first. And we saw it again this year. They ended a race behind the safety car. Max was in first. Only thing, I didn't hear Max complain about that. Now, when they were going to end the race behind a safety car in Abu Dhabi, Max complained. He wasn't in first. He had 7 cars in between them. Lewis Hamilton was gapping him by 10 to 14 seconds at any time and period in that race. And Max was not cool ending behind a safety car in his current situation. He wasn't cool until they broke the rules, didn't properly unlap the cars, didn't properly do the safety car lap, and got it off and allowed him on fresher tires instead of red flagging the race or doing something that might have been a bit more fair, but that's besides the point. We need to see consistency, and we need to see them do what's right. We still talking about 2021 because Red Bull supposedly, factually, breached the cost cap procedurally and minor expenditures in 2021. That's why we talking about 2021. So don't get in my comment section with the bull crap. Trying to keep everything straight. I'm trying not to cuss like I usually do because I want this to go across as much as it can without any criticism, aside from the fact that I'm talking about doing something that should be done because it's right. That's what I'm talking about. That's what we're doing right now. So then the next thing is suspension from one or more stages of a competition or competitions, excluding for the avoidance of doubt the race itself. These are things that are supposed to be taking place. Limitations on ability to conduct error testing. We saw that in that ABA. They can issue that one, right? But the main one that they cannot issue is championship and constructor points. That alters the 2021 outcome. And it's got to be by more than 8 points, right? So what did we already see? We saw in NASCAR, they issued, now this is what happened. Now understand this. NASCAR issued this penalty for modifying a part. This is the penalty that NASCAR issued. Look at this. Thank you. If you signed the petition, appreciate it. Copy the link and share it. Where people can click it. The link is not working. Let me check the link. If the link is not working, I'll fix it right now because other people have been signing the petition, so I don't know why the link wouldn't be working. But I'm about to check it in real time. If it's not working, I'm checking it in real time to see what's going on right now because I want it to be working. I'm in the community right now, so I will check the link post and see what's going on with it. Right now, real time, before we continue this conversation. Okay, so I'm about to edit it and see. You can still copy it, but I'm about to edit it because we want it to be hyperlinked. We need the link to be hyperlinked. And if so, I also will go in here right now. I'm about to copy the link from the website. I'm about to copy the URL right now. I'm about to fix the link that's in the community real time. See, I'm doing this shit in real time because I'm serious about this situation. I'm serious about holding them accountable going forward. Right now, I'm about to fix the link in the community post, and I'm going to fix the link in this right in the channel post. Right now, I'm fixing it. Here we go. Boom, paste, bow. Link is up. The link is fixed. There we go. It is now hyperlinked. It is blue and it is hyperlinked. Now I'm about to go right now, and I'm going to fix it in the video that we're in as I speak right now. I'm going to fix it. I'm going to go back and I'm going to fix it right now. I got you. This is what I'm doing because I want you all to really be able to take care of these things. I want you all to understand that what I stand for is not limited to what's popular on my platform, to what doesn't endanger my platform, because these are things that we're going to have to do for them to see that, yo, they're not accepting what we're trying to do. They're not accepting this. That's what we got to do. Right now, I'm going to fix it. So if I edit this right now, I'm going to change the link that's in here. I'm going to space it out, hyperlink it. I just saved it. So everything should be saved right now in even this post. All right, so let me know if that works. I'll also go back on Twitter. Right now, I'm going to go back on Twitter. I'm going to change it up on Twitter. I'm going to check it on Twitter, too, to make sure that it's working. On Twitter, is it working? So on Twitter, it's working. Everything's good on Twitter, all right? So we good there. So share that on Twitter. So listen, as I was saying, in real time, this is what NASCAR did, and they issued out a penalty for when it came to their platform. Now, this is for changing a race part. The Havericks crew chief, Rodney Childers, was suspended for 4 races, the crew chief. So we talking about Christian Horner, Toto Wolff, Otmar, any of the race principals, the team principals, suspended for 4 races and fined themselves. He was fined $100,000. Fined $100,000. On top of that, the team was stripped of 100 points. They were stripped of 100 points. Now listen, people and viewers in NASCAR said, okay, it's because they spoke out against the league or whatever. Is it true that when their car was taken back to the inspection, to the Research and Development Center, did they factually find that they had modified a part? Yes or no? If the answer is yes, then they did something that opened the door for penalty, and therefore NASCAR penalized them. Did the Astros implement a process that cheated, that gave them an unfair advantage during the championship competition season of MLB, Major League Baseball? The answer is yes. They came down and issued a penalty for it. Now here we are in Formula One, where 2 things have been done in 2021, where not only in race they broke rules, bent them backwards, and deconstructed and reconstructed and cheated a driver out of his 8th championship, or a driver out of any championship. And now here we are finding out that same team that has that same driver also breached the cost cap restrictions. What are we doing? Thank you. Everybody, Quentin, you should now be able to at least copy or hit it as hyperlink. It should now be hyperlinked. All right? It should now be hyperlinked in both the community post and probably in the description of here. It might not be hyperlinked, right? In the description of here, it might be a little bit different that's in the description. But no, it is now hyperlinked here. I'm clicking the hyperlink, and it took me directly to the damn petition. The petition can be signed. It is now correct. But even if you have to copy it, please do what needs to be done, because I've done what needs to be done. I've created it. I've made it live. I went to an official site, change.org, that will hold a legal petition, a valid petition that can be signed, shared by people to go ahead and start voicing their opinions for what they want to see done is right. So right now, thank you, Peter. Appreciate you. Everybody that's in here, appreciate you. So right now, what you see is what NASCAR has done to not only the crew chief, but the team and driver. 100 points. 100 points have been deducted from this team for modifying a part. $100,000 is what has been assessed to a crew chief for being part of modifying a part. 4 races suspended is what's been issued to a crew chief. Now, listen, this is not even considered the most elite motorsport on the world. Formula One is considered the most elite motorsport. So if Formula One is considered the most elite motorsport, then why is it that we are not seeing them issue penalties for these said infractions right now in real time? Why is this not the case? Why are we not seeing Formula One, the premier, pinnacle sport in motorsports, not follow something or exceed or supersede something to what NASCAR has done? A lot of people that watch Formula One say NASCAR is rubbish. A lot of people in Formula One say NASCAR is what I should only be watching, which means they're trying to demote me. They're saying that NASCAR is not on the level of Formula One. They're saying Formula One's here and NASCAR's here. Okay, so why is NASCAR having more integrity than Formula One? Why is NASCAR willing to deduct 100 points for cheating in competitions and not Formula One? NASCAR, by far, if you really look at it, restricts their cars so that the cars are on the most leveling playing field as they can, and it really is left to the talent of the driver in the sport. So maybe I should be watching NASCAR. Maybe I should be watching more NASCAR. Yes, and what's funny is the team that was penalized, the owner is who? Who's the owner? Does anybody know who the owner of that team is? Because this is what was done. Article 14.5, it tells you, basically modifying OEM parts. 4.1, those are the articles that were issued. So this is what's going on. So here we are, 2021. If they only deduct 8 points from Max Verstappen, they will tie it. And that still leaves them wiggle room to try to do what they want. So they'll say, we did something, even though it wasn't the outcome you wanted. No, this is the outcome that should be. If we've seen Formula One try to do something so they can say, hey, we did something, but you didn't really change or you didn't really assess a penalty that really penalized them. So we got to see at least 9 points or more. Here we go. Minor overspendage or breaches. 8.10. Major, which is a material overspend, 8.12. Go and look at those things. Go and look at these regulations. That's why I bring them here. Because a lot of people want to say, oh, he didn't bring no receipts. I will bring receipts to the party. I'm going to show you what's up. And now here we are potentially talking about ABA doing a minor breach, which we already know what those penalties should be, and they trying to open up the back door so they don't have to do what they said they were going to do originally, which is what Ross Braun said they were going to do originally. Now Haas was involved in the NASCAR situation, which is how I tied it to Formula One. Stewart Haas is the owner. Stewart and Haas in NASCAR, Haas in Formula One are tied to the same family. It just ironically happened to be, like I say, things will take place. You put that energy out, things will take place to show you this is what they should be doing. So the Haas Formula One team is therefore joined with Stewart Haas team in NASCAR, and the penalty that was assessed to Haas in NASCAR should be the penalty that should be assessed to Red Bull in Formula One under the Formula One guidelines. Big shout out. Big shout out. We got a new member. Let me congratulate that member, Sammy Head. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the family. We had another member pop in here. Let me congratulate them too. Daryl Smith, welcome to the family. And we got a super chat. Ernie Simmons, I've just shared on Facebook the petition and to Mercedes themselves. Thank you, Ernie. Thank you, Ernie, for taking action. Thank you. This is what I'm talking about, taking action. I've done my part. I took time last night and made this whole petition. I took time this morning at 5 a.m. to get up so I could be live instead of going at 9 a.m. Why 9 a.m.? Because supposedly that's peak time. I'm not worried about peak time. I'm worried about putting this information out so you all can take action sooner than later. Come on now. We got to do what's right, people. Let's stop all the bull crap. We didn't say it.
This has teeth. If you fraudulently breach the financial regulations,
This
you
guy
will be
said
losing
it.
your championship.
They said it. Now, also, I want to ask you a question. But no, where are you? Ferrari, where are you? Ferrari supposedly need to be putting up a protest. They need to be loud and proud because their energy before the findings came out was they need whoever breached the cost cap needs to be penalized to the utmost. Ferrari is the most, listen, Ferrari is the most premier team in all of Formula One. Even outside their mistakes, outside their drivers, we know when we think about Formula One, you cannot help but think about that scarlet red team, Ferrari. You can't help it. Why is it you not doing anything? You not speaking up? Now, we saw what happened to you 2019. We saw that you had an investigation. You paid a penalty, true enough. But they did not disclose the exact findings of why they issued that penalty. Now, some people know about it. But see, now you talking up about a team that we needed to see. This is what happens. And this is why Formula One thinks it's okay. Ferrari sat back and said, you know what? We cool with them not disclosing what we did wrong. If Ferrari is willing to say that, then who gives everybody else the right to say that we should do otherwise? If the most premier team in the motorsport will participate in actions such as that, then what kind of example is that setting for everybody else? You can't take those actions. Hey, WG South Africa, welcome to the family. Welcome to the family. You can't take these actions. You can't sit back and say it's okay just because you on the hot seat. Now listen, let me tell you what other people going to do. They're going to come in here and talk about DAS, but they won't talk about the PK situation with Alonso. And that for a fact, we saw people not only get banned and then let back this season. Fabio, I ain't going to say no names. We saw PK only come out, why? Because he got put up off the team. We had a whistleblower. Where's the whistleblower? Where's the person that's in these organizations willing to speak up and do the right thing? Sometimes you can have an environment so toxic that damn near everybody in there has a toxicity level that won't allow them to have integrity. We've seen drivers come and go out of Red Bull that didn't make it. Now, we can say maybe because they weren't of equal, they went up to the competition. We can say that legitimately. But we also can say that maybe their character and their personality didn't match up to what you wanted in there. But I want to keep it on factual things that we know are out here happening right now. And right now, what we know is happening is Formula One and the FIA are trying to let Red Bull out of the door without the correct penalty. That's what we can say right now in real time. That's what's happening right now in real time. If you're not cool with that, you need to sign that petition. You need to sign that petition. If you're not cool with later on in life, you might see another young up-and-coming driver like DeVries, maybe Logan Sargent, maybe Jamie Chadwick, maybe Hugo, maybe even Lando come up and fall victim to the fact that you've let these things go unchecked. And now FIA, FOM, Formula One, Liberty Media feel like they can do what they want to do to manipulate the outcome of seasons without any pushback from their viewers. Big shout out, Mary Beanie. I've shared with my followers, nearly 800 people. Mary, big shout out. Thank you very much, fam. We can't let it go unchecked. We can't let them go up under the fence. We can't let them know that you can do these things and we just going to watch the next race and not say anything to you about it. Brundle done said something about it. He done said something about it. Surprisingly, but he has. Sam Collins said on the last GP in Japan that he felt Lewis should even be an 8-time championship when those cars had underheated fuel. The fuel was cooled, and they had an unfair advantage, but yet FIA didn't do nothing about it, so therefore it manipulated the outcome of championship season. He even felt Lewis Hamilton should be an 8-time champion off that, and he said that on worldwide television. He said that on worldwide television. But see, if these things don't go with push, if we don't support these things and make more of a groundswell, the governing body, who seems to need to be held for their integrity level, which right now is steadily dropping, would just think, you know what? We can do what we want to do. And they ain't going to say nothing about it. And they'll keep watching our product. Musa, big shout out, member for 2 months now. We need that Honda miracle for the FIA penalty. This is an opportunity for the FIA to do the right thing. Otherwise, I want to see new Merc every race. This is where we're going, right? So this is something else that you got to consider. Big shout out to Musa for that. Big shout out to all the new members joining. This is something that you got to consider. If this is how you're going to roll forward, you're going to let Red Bull get away with what they're doing, then does that not mean next season we shouldn't hear any complaining for everybody that's for? All you spectators, Red Bull fans that are, because I've had Red Bull fans say they're not with this. I'm going to give a special shout out to them because I don't want Red Bull fans to think it's all Red Bull fans. I don't want Mercedes fans to think it's all Red Bull fans. I don't want McLaren fans to think it's all Red Bull fans. I have had Red Bull fans come into my comment section on the live chat and say they do not like what's going on. So I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the toxic Red Bull fans. I'm talking to the Red Bull fans that say racist things. I'm talking to the Red Bull fans that think cheating is okay. I don't want to hear your mouth when Mercedes, who has a deeper pocket than you do, come out next season and breach the cost cap and tear your ass up. You can say ass on public TV, so that's okay. And tear your ass up. I don't want to hear you complaining about no breach or no cost cap. You shouldn't be complaining. Because you was cool with it for 2021 when it affected that season and the season going forward. So don't complain. When McLaren, who probably has a deeper pocket than Red Bull, I don't want to hear you complaining. And not only deeper pocket, they have the resources. They develop real cars on the streets of the world. They develop real performance supercars that travel in real time. Red Bull don't do that. Red Bull, you don't have those type of abilities. You don't have those type of resources. You don't have that type of knowledge. You don't have the deep knowledge of a Mercedes. You don't have the deep knowledge of McLaren. You don't have the deep knowledge of Ferrari. You wasn't around 1950 racing in Formula One. So when these teams, these manufacturers start breaching the cost cap and tearing your ass up, you shouldn't be complaining about it then, right? You should be okay with it, right? You should be okay that they're going to overspend to develop cars that you probably won't be able to compete with, because that's what's going to happen. Honda is the only reason why you are competing. Well, one of reasons, because Adrian knew it. I don't want to discount the engineer department. But Honda is one of the prime reasons why you have that speed. That's a car manufacturer. So will they be with you going forward? Will Honda want to involve themselves in a race, in a sport that's going to be tainted continuously and continuously? Are they going to want to do that? Are they going to be your engine manufacturer? Because Ferrari, McLaren, and Mercedes don't have to worry about who's going to be their engine manufacturer. They don't have to worry about that. They are their engine manufacturer, except for McLaren's using Mercedes. But they going to have that. You might not have Honda. So I'm just saying, fans, just think about it. 43 people are already on the petition. Now think about this in scale. We got 213 people right now. We've had 756 people viewing this actual live, and only 43 people have signed a petition. What's the percentage of that? I'm about to tell you right now. 43 That means that means 5%, just 5% of people have signed the petition that have been viewing this content. 764 viewers and only 5%. Well, damn, that's kind of funny. Ain't the cost cap 5% or less? Ain't that ironic? 5% or less. We talking about cost cap numbers. Come on, y'all. We got to do better than that. We got to do better than that. Everybody that has signed a petition, big shout out to you. Now, people that just came and went, it's because they don't really feel that passionate about the sport. Or they're okay with corruption. Or they just want to talk. Cool. I understand you are where you are. I don't want to push you to do something if you don't feel like you want to do it and it's right. But see, it's a little bit different when you got to put your name on it. I put my name on that petition. People see that petition, they gonna know Wolfpack started that petition. I'm out there. I'm out here. I'm out here in the field. That's my mentality. That's the type of time I'm on. Hey, and guess what? I can't see how to get the link. These are the only platforms I listen to, so not very good at the technical stuff. All right, so the link is in the description. Umbrella. And if you also go to the community post where I post like regular just posts, the link is also there. But the link's in the description. If right now, if you're viewing this video, you'll have to hit more in the description or drop down, and then you should see the clickable link. If anybody else, assist that viewer, Umbrella, so that they can access that link. Musa, what did Red Bull spend the money on though? Caviar, evidently Safina cake, but we don't know. Now, I will tell you this. The whole catering situation may not really be valid. That's something that came out due to the fact that this cost cap situation may have. It may not even be factual. It's something that came out in the public. It probably was due to a smaller platform or some platform put it out there. If it is true, we'll see. But evidently they don't want to let us know what's true. And I played with the game just to have a little fun. But what's true is Red Bull has breached the cost cap. What also is true right now is they're not revealing the figure in which they breached. And that's not fair, not only to the rest of the drivers, but the rest of the teams and the sport as a whole and us as viewers and support that, okay? Now, listen, I got up this morning to get with you all before I even take my baby to school. All right? I'm up early doing this because I'm serious about this. This is something you got to do. All right? Now, let me say this. Don't worry about why I'm shouting next pro. Worry about why I'm on here speaking about things that are unjustified and being done in Formula One. Worry about that. Matter of fact, I know you all cap. You all cap. That's all it is. You all cap. Listen, y'all got to be prepared. These are the type of people that's going to come in the comment section. That's the type of person that's going to be in the live chat. And guess what? You're only here because I let you be here. You're only here because I opened it up to people that are also not subscribers. That's the only reason you here, bro. Or ma'am, you're here because I allowed you to be. And I allowed everybody to be here because I'm not worried about that type of stuff. I'm just pointing you out so people can pay attention to the ignorance. Those are the type of ignorant people that will be in here. Those are the type of ignorant people that ain't gonna take no action either way. They only want to try to gaslight. They don't do nothing productive. They won't even stand up for something really right. You're going to see those type of people plus worse that's going to enter the comment section and that's going to come to the live chat. And it's only because I let them be here so you can witness what you're going to have to come back. That's how I go, all right? So, hey, share. Hey, matter of fact, hold on. I saw somebody else. I don't want to. Musa, big shout out to you. Let me give you your shout out, bro. So, listen, we've been on this live chat for about what? 30 minutes, maybe 30 minutes now, maybe more than 30 minutes, longer than what I intended to because I'm passionate about what's going on. I'm going to refresh this petition and see how many people signed it. Right now, we got 68 people. Thank you to 68 people out of 859 people that have viewed this content, that have access to the damn petition link, that have access to Twitter and the petition link is there. They have access to all of these things and the petition link is there. And only how many people have signed? We got a percentage of what? 68 859. That's almost 8%. We need more than that. I'm just letting you know. We are going to need more than that in order for people to take it seriously. We'll need more than that for other platforms to pick it up and be like, look what's going on right now. There is a legit petition out petitioning that the FIA, FOM, Liberty Media, Formula One, the AB adjudication board do the right thing. We're gonna need more than that. I'm just trying to say we're gonna need more than that. I've done my part. Now, anybody that want to say Wolfpack play it safe, wrong. Anybody that want to say he don't want to risk his potential future opportunities, wrong. Why should I have to feel like I'm risking anything if I'm doing what's right? Why did Gasly get penalized for only saying what was right? Gasly was right for what he said. The marshals, the stewards, the safety team of Formula One should have done a better job with that tractor out on track, especially under those conditions. I'm not removing the fact that Gasly also should have decreased his speed, knowing that he was coming around a situation, because I posted a picture that clearly showed the indication that there was a red flag or a situation on track. But still, Gasly's a driver. Formula One is this big. The marshals have a job this big. Driver safety is paramount. Why did they penalize Gasly for only saying what was right? Bro had a situation and many other people in their life where somebody lost their life. And Gasly's right. He could have hit that tractor and his family would have been mourning him. We would have been posting about rest in peace Gasly or any other driver that could have hit that tractor. Why they gonna penalize that man for that? You penalize him because he put you on the spot? So maybe I am right. Maybe I am wrong. Maybe they will penalize people for doing what's right. Oh, well, so be it. So be it. Let it be known. Wolfpack put a petition out for you all to be able to have a platform to speak your mind on what you feel should be done right. I'm not doing anything that's not right. Just chipped in the petition to get more support. Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it, Ernie. These are the type of things that I want to do with my platform. I want to stand up for what's right. I want to give you all a voice. Now I'm gonna have fun, and I might have perspectives that you all might not agree with. I'm not saying that's not gonna happen. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that that's not gonna happen. Hold on real quick. I gotta make a phone call. Santiago, big shout out to you for the super chat. I'm about to give you your props right now. Hey, I'm gonna make sure I take the baby to school. I'm about to hop off here in a minute, so I'm gonna make sure I take her to school because you know I love taking her to school. I'm gonna take her. Okay, so don't take her. I'm gonna take that baby. All right. Hey, I still gotta be a father. Now, Santiago, big shout out to you for joining the family. For the super, big appreciate that. Big shout out to you, Santiago, for joining the family. Thank you for joining. Ernie Simmons, thank you for the super chat. I will post a new members link on the community post to give everybody that joined the family a shout out. Okay. Now I gotta go, take care of my fatherly duties. I gotta do that. I love making content. I love what I do, reporting and putting my spin and my perspective on Formula One. I also I take accountability for what may be wrong and what may be right. And I know my mentality or maybe my character don't pass with everybody. Some people don't like it. That's understand. Everybody's not going to like you in the world. But don't let that stop you from being the best you. I've taken the action. The petition is out. The links are there. You can share the link, sign the petition, share the link on your platform. See how many other people are willing to step up to the plate. If we don't get enough people, we don't. But at least you can't say that I didn't put it out there, that I didn't do my part, that I haven't developed something that will give us all the opportunity to speak up and say what needs to be done needs to be the right thing to be done, and stop trying to put gray areas in there. It should only be a cost cap breach. It shouldn't be a minor or a major. If you breach, you breach. And if you breach, these are the penalties you have to pay. What's going on with self-made maintenance? What's going on, Musa? Petition's out. Wolfpack done what he done. I done it. See what you do. All right, I'm about to go. I'll have more content coming out. Wolfpack fam will have a meeting. I already let you all know that. Petition is in the community post. The petition is on Twitter, and the petition is in the description in this video. No excuses. What you gonna do? Peace.